Sorry about that. The mic was muted. How everybody doing? I'm Mister, my beautiful wife Cakes.
What's up?
Missing Cakes presents along with the presenters, Magic Marijuana, Eminem Fam, and the Story of Us. How everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Mm. Well, I don't know if anybody been noticing or if they've been participating in the reviving of the Freakniks going on all around. I saw some Freakniks in Georgia, Alabama, Florida.
I'm waiting to see the one in Philly.
What's up, opinionated E?
Welcome, Opinionated E. Welcome, Double H. And who else? Kitty Cadillac, Messy. Welcome, everyone. Hope y'all day was cool. Hope y'all had a good, Monday. Yes, it's Monday.
Another mundane Monday.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm waiting to see the Freaknik in Philly. I want to see what that's like. I think that's gonna be like the Roots concert or something. Cause did the Roots concert happen already?
I'm not sure.
You know that thing they do every year.
hmm But I think there's like a Philly thing. I don't think it's like. But yeah, I don't think it happened yet. So have they been having Freakniks where y'all located at? And
And would you attend? Would you go to something like that nowadays?
yeah, because looking at some of the footage, it looked real weird. It looked weird because the older people was looking better than the younger people dressed up to par.
They know.
It was
They already know what it is.
it was definitely it seemed odd.
Yeah, it did seem a
It
little
seemed
odd.
odd. I mean, you're only as old as you feel, but sometimes you can look old as shit. You're only as old as you
Or just
feel.
out of place. Cause some of it was just like misplacement to me.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. But yeah,
Like maybe we should have went back to the 80s and not the 90s. Cause some of the vibes was more like 80s versus 90s. It is a difference. It is a difference.
hmm. But everybody like that nostalgia.
But
That nostalgia. I like old school. I like back in the day.
yeah, 90s is in. Like
But
90s is in, y'all. I told you denim is in right now.
I'm also I'm also a fan of the present. I like what the younger generation is doing now. Some things.
Doing with what? Fashion? I was talking about fashion. What are you talking about?
It can be fashion. It can be. I like some of the younger music. I like what's up, Buttons?
Hey, buttons all day. Welcome.
I do like
Welcome everyone coming in.
I like the younger generation fearlessness. I like their fearlessness. I like how they aren't afraid to attack certain things. Now sometimes they just attack stuff too too hard. And some things I ain't just agreeing with. But I do like the fearlessness. Even though back in the day we were fearless too. We thanks opinionated E. Like back in the day, we even though recently they still been marching and standing for something. But back in the day, we as hold on, let me get what I'm saying right. Let me get what I'm saying right.
And then you looking at me, I'm like, I don't know what you're about to
let
say right now.
let
I
me get what
can't
I'm saying
piggyback
right.
yet.
I was saying that I like the fearlessness of today's generation.
Hmm.
Um,
The fearlessness, and when it comes to like the culture and fashion and style, music, freedom of speech,
well, when it comes to the fashion, when it comes
like
to the fashion and the music, they taking what we did and making it their own way. They everything repeats itself, so they say.
you do. So you just here for all the stuff that the younger ones is doing.
Yeah, cause no, not all the stuff I can identify with, and stuff that reminds me of a happier time. I'm gonna say that. Which I want to talk about. Remember we was talking about how how I got the video. Never mind. Anyway, how y'all doing? Mister got to get it going. He got to get it right. I got the mumble mouth. See, it said mumble mouth Mondays.
Yes, and
So I
you
got the mumble
representing.
mouth. I got the mumble mouth. But I do want to talk about the younger and the old generations. The things we've done, the things they do. Um, I'm pretty sure it's a topic that we've touched on, or other people have touched on
Like, does
already.
anybody still write letters? Does anybody still pick up a pen for more than a reason to sign a piece of paper? Because nowadays we pretty much signed in.
Mhm.
We pretty much signing stuff like electronically as well. But is anybody still writing letters?
That's a good question. Does anybody even make Kool-Aid anymore?
I'm pretty sure people still make Kool-Aid,
I, I
babe.
I don't know when the last time I heard somebody say
Yes.
they gonna get some Kool Aid.
I
I don't know when the last time I heard somebody say they gonna get some Kool Aid, some juice, water, soda. I hardly ever hear anybody say anything about Kool Aid.
mm,
And the summer is about to come in. I'm amphibian Mister. I I need to hit somebody's water. I love to be in a pool. But I'm not going to the beach and getting nobody's beach water. That just ain't happening.
what? Why are we even going to the
No, we
beach?
can go to the beach, but I'm not getting in the water. I'm not getting in the beach water.
Well, we need to be going to Belize.
Belize.
Yeah. Or Brazil. I don't know,
Brazil.
somewhere where they have nice water at. Besides the Bahamas. Like we need to be passport gang. Cause you're not gonna find any nice water in the States. Are you? Hawaii? Besides
Maybe.
Hawaii?
Maybe.
And maybe South Beach. Is there anything
Ow.
blue going on in South Beach?
Blue balls.
Blue balls.
Opinionated E say, do you really want to answer? Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely want to answer.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we all got some stuff that we probably miss doing, like letter writing. I still write letters for different reasons. And it does feel weird, but that's why I asked, do y'all still write letters? And my sister went to the mall about 2 weeks ago, and she was like, I was so like overwhelmed because everybody was in there. I was like, what? Everybody was in the mall. I thought everybody go to the outlet, Fashion Nova, Nike outlet, like wherever. They just not at the mall no more.
What's up, ex lady?
Hey, ex lady, welcome.
Be honest. I want y'all to be honest, and don't just give an answer to try to look good, or try to seem like y'all it's still going down like this. But how many people really still have family Sunday dinners? Not just your family, your your immediate household, but your family. Like some cousins, aunties.
Every Sunday?
Um, I remember every Sunday. Well, if not every Sunday, let's say at least
Once a month.
no, once a month. That's once a month
I
ain't good
think it's
enough.
happening more once a month now.
Once.
I don't know about every week unless all the family lives in that town and they are so close. Or maybe grandma or auntie is like dinner at my house Sunday, no exceptions. That's really the only way that would happen. Somebody has to enforce it.
But
that's the only way it'll happen.
But is it being done?
No, because the one
I
that
think it
that
should.
did it
I think
passed away.
Yeah, but somebody got to keep it up. People need to keep it up. Cause I, for one, I would love it. I would love Sunday dinner.
Every Sunday.
How
many people?
I will shit.
All at our house.
We can switch up. You can switch up. You can switch
you don't
up.
Switch up. It's at one person house all the time, every time.
Well,
see?
if it's at one person,
see, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, if it's one person, I'd rather be us. I like hosting. Plus, I like that. Ex lady said, sadly, I still cook when I can and give it away. Just me. Family not here. Sorry to hear that.
I do that sometime too.
Big opinionated E say I write letters and in cursive.
In cursive, really? Now you showing off. Do I write in cursive? I don't know. Sometimes I do. I think I go from print to what is it? Is it print to cursive? But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, that's even. I'm feeling sadder, even worse now, ex lady.
What?
Said no, I've buried my family. Only a few left.
Same here. We got a funeral to go to this weekend.
Yeah.
We got a funeral to go to this weekend, y'all. It's my birthday weekend. I don't feel all the way to celebrate. I feel like I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna pause for the cause. But yeah.
Opinionated. Messy say she got a bone to pick with you. It's like.
But yeah, I know what you mean, ex lady.
It's a blessing for real. Yeah.
What's a blessing? To have the family?
Family, another birthday, all that.
Yeah, the birthday is a blessing, and
welcome,
actually,
Rose.
I was hanging out with my family some because we went to my cousin's baby shower, and it was bittersweet because some family members I didn't really care to see or associate with, but you got to play the part, and just don't want to cause no fuss, so you just try to get through it. But I'll talk about that another time. I don't know if we really want to get into that now.
Do y'all think it's weird for a man to have baby fever?
Yes, birthday weekend, enjoy. Yes, yeah, men have baby fever.
No, I said, do you think it's weird?
Why would it be weird? It takes a man to make a baby.
Because I told you I wanted another baby, and I guess you thought I was crazy because it's been how long?
Our youngest be 13 this year. So I don't know. I feel like after so long, I mean, I don't know. It just if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Now, if you don't have any children or you got like one kid or something, I can understand that. Messi said, "LOL, I understand that fake smile hurt." Oh my gosh, girl. It's not even that. It's like the conversation and everything. It's like I don't want to tell her. I don't want to tell these people, and these people is my family by blood, but whatever. I'm like, I don't want to tell these people what's really going on with me. Like, you know, something. You know how when you didn't see anybody in a while, or somebody want to brag to you about something, like, oh, I just came from Vegas. I had a 5-star hotel room and da 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 da. Like, why are we having this conversation again? Who am I talking to? I'm not here for this.
Ex lady,
Excuse me. I need to excuse myself. I got photos to take.
my fingers crossed, ex lady.
That's what I did. I'm not beat for all that, y'all.
What's up, grape jelly?
I'm not.
My fingers is crossed.
And I'm not even like trying to front. I'm a family person. I see my family. I see my like immediate family a lot, but honestly, I had my little time. Oh, excuse me, I was getting up. Oh man. I had my little time. We having two different conversations. I had to keep mine going because he trying to interrupt me, y'all. Already.
Nobody interrupt you.
But sometimes seeing family that you don't want to see is like stressful because it's like it ruins your day. It didn't ruin my day, but it was definitely like, oh my gosh, can we hurry up with this? That's how I felt. But I was happy to see my little cousin pregnant. It was her first baby she looks so cute pregnant. And that's the sweet part. The bitter part was me having to associate myself with some of the family that I don't really want to.
You said you had one and done 10.11 pounds. Wow, big baby.
And then we got to go to associate with more family this weekend. For me, it would be in-laws. So I will be celebrating my birthday more so. I don't know, for the rest of this month and maybe for the whole month of May too. The whole Taurus season, I'm celebrating my birthday. Gang.
I really hate my birthday. Another year older, but I'm strange. No, you can't hate your birthday.
I don't hate my birthday because I'm a miracle child.
Then I will finish it up. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead because you interrupting me.
Nobody interrupting you.
You act like you got to read these comments so freaking fast while I'm talking. That's kind of rude. That's borderline rude. Now I'm not saying nothing else.
Well, don't, because you're trying to put on a little show.
No, I was trying to be patient, but you kept doing it.
Nah, I'm trying to put on a little show. Go, you can put that head on, sit in the corner, because I ain't the one for it. Most family now deceased and not much living near me. Sorry to hear that, Rose.
Oh, and welcome, Rose and Grape Jelly. Welcome, ladies.
Grape Jelly say, me too. One and done. No welfare here. Okay, you take the high road with prayer. Smoke one and chill.
I'm about to right now. I just finished rolling. And I do need to chill because I've been on my feet all day, y'all. Oh my goodness. One thing I want to say real quick, because Mr. just looked at me funny, right? But his clothes is washed. He had pork chops all day because he loved to eat fried foods. And the covers on our bed is fresh. It smells good. That's not all. But why do you guys not really, like cherish and really appreciate what a woman does?
What?
Who cares if y'all can do it or not? You don't. You're not doing it.
What?
So why not appreciate what you have? The fact that you have food cooked, clean clothes, a nice, warm, juicy body to lay next to.
Talking crazy, man. Lady, what are you talking about?
Because when I said that, you looked over like, "Oh, you been on your feet all day. Well, I've been on my feet all day." That's probably how you was looking. But you
I
can't
definitely.
downplay my work or whatever I may
So
do.
let me ask you a question, cause I turn my head over there and look. I'm downplaying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But you guys sometimes do that. You try to downplay what us women
All I
do
did
because
was
it's not the
turn.
same exact
All
thing
I
that you
did
guys
was
do.
turn my head around and look that way.
But you gotta
I
admit,
ain't even make it all the way around, babe. So what are you talking? I
um,
understand you antsy. You antsy. It's okay.
I'm not answering.
It's okay.
It's not okay. It's really not.
Stop feeding Mister all that fried greasy food. You trying to off me? Oh man. Every morning
Grape jelly.
I get bacon bits.
No, I am not trying to kill him. And you know why I'm not? Because I love him. Okay. So let me tell you the real tea. I don't even want to eat fried food like that. That's why we got an air fryer, and I don't use flour or oil when I air fry. Another thing, I don't even want to eat the pork chops. Mister wants
What?
the pork
What?
chops.
Get out of here, lady.
He wants the bacon. He wants the pork chops. Listen, I'm gonna get a man what he wants. Okay? Because you can't argue with a man about his bacon. I'm trying to tell you, you can't. So that's just what it is.
Well, the order is authority and respect. Never ask us. Just don't. Never ask us. I'm just saying we don't know y'all. Today was a woman. Wait a minute. What is that? Today was a
Find the
woman
lighter.
day. I was clean. Today was a woman day. I was cleaning and my daughter had problems. My husband just looked at me solving problems. We got it together. I, hey, it. Listen, Kate don't know what you're talking about. I just turned around and looked at it. I don't know where she get men don't appreciate. Well, some don't. I get it. So not you, Mister, but most men has access to other lives that they can't focus on their own lives. Yeah, I I agree with that. I need to learn it. I need to learn this air fryer. I got one, hardly use it. Oh no, oh I know I like my bacon now. Not no turkey bacon.
And that's what I prefer, turkey
I
bacon.
can't do nothing. I don't like cardboard. I don't like cardboard. Um, before before I do this, it is something else I wanted to. You have anything you want to say, babe?
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay. This is where is it? Um, hold on, yeah. I want to play something. Turkey pork chops. I like turkey chops. I like turkey chops. My you was good. I appreciate her grape jelly. I do. She know I
Welcome,
do.
Maya.
Uh, Messy. You know I don't play nice. Cakes know I appreciate her. She tell y'all every time she get a chance how I and I know what I told her. I say I don't I may not verbally say it all the time, but I show you all the time. Dinner.
Hmm.
Okay.
But
I
you should say it too. And I said that.
okay. um go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this because while I look for this. Messy. Messy says she has a bone to pick. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna let y'all come on up. I'm gonna mute. Opinionated E first. Let Messy get what she gotta say off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let Opinionated E come up. There you go, Messy.
Let me just use this for now.
I dropped the link. Messy says she has a bone to pick with Opinionated E
There
from
you go.
conversations that we had previously. So while we wait for Messy to hit the link to come up, I do have a question.
For me.
Yes, for you. It the topic is all different types, double H. You already know. But my question is this: the younger me and the me now. If you would have met us both at the same time, which one would you have chosen?
Hmm? The younger you or the you now?
Yeah, the younger me or the me now. If you met both of them at the same time, which one would you have chosen?
The younger you.
Why?
Because you was younger.
Because I was younger. That's it.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know why you're asking that.
There's no rhyme or reason. Just asking.
That's a hard question. That's a
Okay.
hard question.
All right. Messy opinionated E. Y'all still there? I know you there, opinionated E. Hit the link. Hop up. How's everybody day? Did everybody have a decent dinner? Anything? Anybody had anything funny happen to them today? Any
Won't you answer that for me?
what? Anything funny happened to me today?
The other question. Would you have?
What would I have chosen? The younger you or the you now? The you now.
Of course, you would say
The you now.
I was gonna say that for you too, but you know.
What's up, opinionated?
Welcome.
How y'all doing this evening?
Okay.
We easy, we easy. So how's your day been?
Well, it's been a Monday.
That it has been. That it has been. So what? Age really has no standing because I met a dude 25 and his thinking was of an older person. Age they if age ain't nothing but a number, so they say. A lot of people getting locked up for having that
Young mentality.
yeah, for
Young
having that
thinking.
mentality.
Yeah. More than locked up. They leaving this earth.
And it's cool. It's cool when the older woman gets a younger man. It's not an issue. It's only an issue when the barbaric man gets a younger woman. Which, hey, I don't care. I don't. I told y'all, I think young girls stink, and that's just a
But you know what?
what's that?
You remember the day we had that same discussion
Mm-hmm.
about when a guy who in his 40s or 50s, he go to the hospital, look in the
Yep.
nursery, and he say, you know what? That's gonna be my wife right there.
Yep.
'Cause that's the way it looked to me. When you got a 41-year-old or 45-year-old talking to a 21-year-old, you was a grown man when she was born. And it's the
Right.
same thing with women. I mean, I mean, it ain't no difference. I mean, man, women, whatever. If you that old and you talking to somebody that young, I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, you came out the liquor store and saw a lady walking past with a stroller, and you say, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna marry your daughter tomorrow.
Hey, that's how I see. Cause these age differences be so wide. It'd be very wide age differences. Like it's I know it's a YouTube couple. He's a younger black male. She's a older white woman. I mean, and she looks like a older white woman.
Oh no, she look like she 100. I seen
Oh,
them.
you seen it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she look like she 100, and he look like he about 20 something.
And they actually married. I
Yeah,
I don't I there's no, well, no, I can't say that. There is a rhyme and reason for how people fall in love and who they fall in love with. They say you can't help who you fall in love with, but then again, you know what I say? I say love is an action. So there's always you can always help who you fall in love with if you ask me. Uh can you fall head over heels for somebody? Yeah. Yeah, but falling in love, that's you can't
but
just fall
see,
in love.
you know what I think, and I just be honest, and like I say, you know me, I always just give my opinion, cause that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking to somebody with at least a 10-year age gap, and I'm saying at least 10-year age gap, uh, what do y'all have in common? Cause what you did, what you, I mean, what they're doing, you already done it. Um, I mean, what is it that y'all can sit there and actually communicate on? I mean, they in the um you in the Teletubbies and they into Dragon Ball Z. If you get what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
It's two totally different aspects of life. You're at a point in life now where you're trying to make it work. You're trying to succeed in life. They're at a point where, hey, they just gonna party. So either you're trying to be young or they're trying to be old.
Or I mean, it's exceptions to every rule.
Usually with the guys is trying to be young.
We have messy, but there's an exception to every rule. There is an exception to every
Welcome,
rule.
Messi.
Because what's up? Because sometimes you do have mature people that's younger, that's mature, got their shit together. Even most more so than the older person. Um, but I just can't do the age thing.
It ain't about having it together. It's about more than that. It's about the communication,
Double A
the
said,
bond, the what's the word for comparison? I can't think of it. The compatibility, like if y'all got common likes and
But
stuff.
hold on. But that depends on the person. Okay, women already think that guys mature at a slower rate than they do. So if you in your 40s, why do you want a 21-year-old? Because you already saying if he's 21, he ain't but 16. So why would you want him?
It's a mindset. It's the mind control.
Yeah, my point exactly. So they want somebody that they can control, somebody they can get to do what they want to do, somebody they can train up.
Mm.
but don't
Because
forget,
if not, why won't you go get somebody your own age?
younger people targeted older people as well.
For the
Hmm.
same reason.
That's because they want to be taught.
Not all the time.
Taught or taken care of.
Probably that too. Because if you find you an older woman that's already stable, got everything going for her, and all you got to do is just sit at home and do nothing, hey,
There you go
they
again.
feel like they done struck a gold mine.
I heard you, Messy. What you got to say?
I'm gonna be nice. This is nice Monday, okay? Not me Monday. It's nice Monday.
My you say I never experienced them training me.
You might
But
not have known it,
but
but
you know what's wrong with Messi? Cause she like the old dudes.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. No, 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 no. There you go. You trying to read a book that you haven't opened yet. There he go.
She she like the 70-year-old dudes that you know say, yeah, baby, I
You
got your car
cannot
note.
read the book and
I pay your
the
rent.
plastic is still on it. Okay, you got to open the book. Okay, with me, no. I and we're gonna just be honest. There's a limit that I won't touch with an older man because I feel like they're creepy. If you know what I know, you know what I know. Older men are creepy. And you grew up, and not saying that I had to endure in this behavior, but there was plenty of kids that their mama wasn't good enough. So their mama will have their kids give Mr. Johnson a kiss. That's
Oh,
creepy to me. Um, so yeah, let Mr. Johnson, you sit on Mr. Johnson's lap. We don't know that. So to me, getting older and looking at certain things, I don't need a grandpa. I don't need a daddy. I need a partner.
You right, Rose.
I need a lover. That's and if he is, and I will say 10 years older than me, is pushing it. Like, you know, anything that's over 10 years is I have nothing to do
you
with
go.
you.
Hmm, interesting.
And I don't want nothing younger than me either. That's weird.
So it's like 5 to 10 years, like the average.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, and only because, and I will give it the maturity state, because no matter if somebody's in their 30s, if they're not properly mature, you're still going to get a mindset of somebody that's in their 20s. So it doesn't matter of the age per se, it's just a matter of the maturity level. And I always say this, if a man needs to lie or manipulate something, he's not ready for a woman or whatever situation. You still lying or manipulating or playing the system, you're not ready to be in love, or you know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter the age, but to me, having, I might joke around with it, but real talk, I would never date a Anna Nicole husband. Maybe. Maybe. It,
that's
it
Maybe.
depends on what's the level of his life, okay?
Uh huh.
If
You
he's in
heard
a
that?
wheelchair,
You heard
I
that?
might be the next Anna Nicole out here. I ain't even gonna
Hey,
lie to you.
if the bank account look good,
He won't know. Why are you trying to break it down? He trying to make you break it down. Stop breaking stuff down. This is not equation.
Rose says
uh,
sounds like Zolo. I was thinking
hey,
Uh-uh.
that the whole
Uh-uh.
time too.
he done put you in a house, done bought you a
Now, you know what?
Maserati.
I want to just know, like, is she like, was she in like a special ed class? Like, real talk. Can we analyze that real quick?
yeah. I don't know if she was. You said
I
she
think
was.
Donna was mentally retarded. Like, I'm dead serious. And
I,
back in the day, they used to call people mentally retarded. Like, they had a mild or extremely severe mental retardation.
Mhm.
Cause there's no way you thought that's okay.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I for the life of me.
And she's a grown woman. And I can see if Zolo was like in his 50s. Now, I don't know if y'all seen this lady. She's 50 and her husband is 40.
Mm,
And she's like a really thick woman. Have y'all seen her on like YouTube?
I don't think so.
Well, she always do this dance. She wears like these I want to I don't know her name but I followed her. And for some odd reason, she gives
You
me
got it?
the vibe of being desperate
Mm.
when she met this man. And it was like she was at her wit end, like, but they've been married for 16 years. So, I mean, I guess it's okay, you
It
know?
depends. Everybody got their own preference, and then you never know what you're gonna find that you may like. I'm not like speaking up for Zolo and Donna's situation. I really don't want to speak on that because my mom was a cougar and she loved younger men, but she just liked to flirt with them. She didn't really like take it that far, like what's going on with them two. But in an honest relationship, I think it depends on what you want and what you find. Like you never know what you don't know what you want until you find it. You say this is what you want and this and that, and then you meet somebody and it's a whole different story. You know.
I just feel
Well,
like
Welcome, Faith Help.
welcome,
and you
welcome.
know what? You make a good point with that, but then you think about it. Is that like when we settling?
Um, uh,
Would that be considered as like, okay, so this I can't get a man where I want him at my age group. So there again, let me just give this man a try.
Maybe.
Because I feel like Donna, and I know you said you don't want to talk on it.
no.
On
You can. I was just saying no.
Oh,
You
okay.
can. Go ahead. No.
But I just feel like Donna probably could never find the man her age group because she have kids that's the same age as Solo.
Yeah.
That's you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would say, damn, you've been watching you, not trying to be funny, but with that like vibe, that looks like she's been watching her son's peers.
Nah, yeah, I feel you on that.
You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's like it's creepy. And I must say it's very freaking creepy when you're 50 and your man is 38.
Mm.
Your kids
That's only
are the
12
same age.
years.
What'd you say? Big age.
That's only that's only 12 years. I mean, you ain't had no child when you was 12.
Who?
I mean, 12 years isn't a bad age. What I'm talking about is when you get to be 20 years or more.
Shoot. Not
I
Then
even.
Like
it
Marcus
starts to
it ain't
Houston
gotta
and
be
become,
his
that.
wife?
It ain't gotta be that much.
Oh, shoot.
I'm saying 20. I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt
Oh,
because I ain't never talked to nobody that was more than 8 years older than me or 8 years my younger. Never that. I ain't got time for that.
I
Because
will feel comfortable.
if you're 8 years younger than me, then you're a child. If you're 8 years older than me, then you're an old lady.
what was the widest age group for you?
The widest
So
age gap for me.
Yeah, age gap. My fault.
Uh,
Thanks for correcting me.
about 21 years.
So you was a Zolo.
I wasn't no damn Zolo. I was never
So
no
you was a
bum.
Donna.
I was never no bum.
Which one were you?
I was never no bum. I was never accused of.
I give me some. Give me some. That's a good comeback. I like that. But that don't negate
No,
that 21-year age gap. Is that what you said?
yeah, I
Ooh,
mean,
you live and you learn.
hey,
I was nowhere around y'all.
no.
I was not
What up,
around.
but
Jamie?
hey, but you know what? You know what, big mister?
But I was
When
21,
you
bro.
when you like under 18
Who's
and
y'all?
you a male
Mm-hmm.
and a 36-year-old woman who looking real good is interested in you, you ain't thinking about all that.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I probably would
No,
would
I'm saying that for me. I wasn't thinking about all that. I was like, man, hey, I'm ready to get this.
yeah, like a conquest. Yeah,
That's right. And then I can go back and tell all my boys, yeah, man, I hit that grown woman.
yeah.
And so, I mean, but then once you get older and you start thinking about stuff like that, but you got to get older first. Like I said, under the age of 18, man, I wasn't thinking about that. Hey, I was thinking about the more the merrier. I take them all. 18 to 80, blind, cripple, and crazy.
Yeah, but it's if if an older woman wants to throw her pension away on a young man that she know just want the money and she probably just wants some wiener or companionship.
That happens more now. That always been happening. What are you talking about?
Did you say they said wiener?
The
What kind of wiener you gonna get from an 80-something-year-old man?
Shit.
kind that still make babies.
What? Making what kind of babies?
Messy. If you mess with that older man, make sure you get a baby. If he 80,
Man,
get that baby.
that man gonna give you a heart attack trying to give you a baby.
They got honey packs.
I don't give a. He gonna die with a 100 pack in his system.
No, but I mean, just like it's women that target uh bigger, heavier set men. It's men that target older women that they feel is
Yeah.
desperate, lonely, got a couple of dollars.
Oh, lot.
Females that target older dudes. Um, in Christ, you find content and not what you want, because what brings your destruction. What brings your destruction? And sometimes we definitely don't want the right thing.
Who said that?
Faith help.
In Christ you find content and not what you want, because want bring you destruction. Where did they get that from? I think they got that from a Bible that they might have made up or something, because the Bible lets me know that if you believe in Christ and you do what you're supposed to, He'll give you desires of your heart, and the desires of your heart is what you want. So, I don't know where they're getting that from,
Okay, tell me
but
something.
tell them if they got it. Tell them they can send me scripture and verse so I can pick it up tonight.
You heard that? Faith helps. He said, drop that scripture. He got a cross reference. What did I say? Winter?
Where
Winter.
wiener.
Oh.
So
That's exactly what she could be
have,
getting if she get an 80-something-year-old man.
so I'm pretty sure everybody in here has dated someone younger and someone older. So
Not me. I have not
you've
dated
never
no
dated
one
you've
younger
never
than
dated
me.
nobody younger than you?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No.
Same age.
I've always dated older.
Huh. Well, I
Even in high school.
guess
My
can't.
my man was already out of school.
What?
So,
Yeah, you what?
Oh,
so
so she went for the old dudes.
no, older.
Old.
difference.
So, out of y'all experience, who was the best? Who's the better mate, the older or the younger? Who did you have a better time with?
My husband.
Great answer.
You already know that. 'Cause we talk about that.
But from what has been said, he has a job, so he's not just living off her.
That's what he says, but like let's be real. Um he gotta pay child support, so he better be having a job. Or him and Olivia both gonna be going down for child support. I don't know. I mean, you can't live with no. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I don't think he do. I think he was flashing some type of scamming money or something when he was flashing that. But I don't know. I don't even be watching his lives anymore. But I do hear the ladies talking, stuff that's going on. And I don't think he got a job, y'all.
But I give him a little applause for at least, even if it ain't real, if it is or if it ain't, at least he flashed some money on camera to try to act like something.
But
Hip,
that's the wrong thing to do. Like
nah,
people
but
that
but hips ain't did
people with
shit.
people
Hips
hips
hips ain't made an effort to do
people that
shit.
got money, they don't tend to flash it. When they flashing it, it's not theirs. I'm just saying, cause I won't ever
Yep.
flash no money on in front of no freaking camera unless.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna tell y'all that honestly, I don't know if Mister put the vlog out yet, but he was counting money and the camera went on him. That's how that was. It's not like he was trying to flash or like, babe, look at me counting this money. It wasn't like that. Like we don't do that.
And you know why?
Mr. B might want to do that because he, the music stuff, the rap stuff, that's kind of different. That's what the music people do. The rappers, they do that. But
But but you know what, Miss Cakes? That's why all the rappers are gonna be getting robbed now
yeah,
because they sit up here flashing everything they got.
yep.
Why I want to give you an opportunity to rob me? You know what? If you think I'm broke, you'll leave me alone. So think I'm broke. And you can talk bad about me, say I ain't got nothing, say what you want to say. But you know what? When I'm at the same dealership you at, buying me a car just like you is, then what?
Mm, yep. So, mm, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't think that's cool to be flashing money unless you about to transport to your bank account. I mean, just flashing
Hey,
it for nothing is just it's real frivolous. I don't care how much it is.
I ain't even gonna look, I ain't even gonna flash it then because you might get robbed on the way to the bank.
All right. Sidebar question. Here's a sidebar. Right. How many people still live where you were raised at?
Mm.
And if you do, or even if you go back often,
Is your place gentrified too? Because every time we go back to where we grew up at, like the street or something, it changes every time. I don't know. I just threw that in there. I know that's not what you was gonna say. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna
Well,
say, go ahead, E.
well, I be honest, me honestly, I don't even go back to where I grew up at.
Why not?
Um, because for
Like
one,
if you care, I mean, like if you care to share.
I mean, yeah, I mean because one thing that I learned and like where I grew up at, I grew up and I had respect out there. Um, Nowadays, it's a bunch of young boys out there running stuff, and they don't give a goddamn on about us old school people that used to run this thing. All they thinking about is what they want and what they need. So you know what? I ain't got time for that because I'd be dead gone if I'm
Mm,
gonna let one of these young boys put a bullet in me trying to prove itself.
yeah.
Because I had a
I
young boy approach me and talk about some, and he knew who I was. Told me some, oh, you old school. Ain't nobody fighting at you now. I'm like, what?
Hmm.
No, You know what I would do to you? I don't care how old I am. And you know what? I had to excuse myself from the situation because if I didn't, it was going to allow me to be brought right back to where I was trying to get away from. And you know what? Now I'm in a mindset. I ain't got time for that. I got better things to do with my life. You know, I ain't got to prove nothing to you. You
Hey,
trying to get where
Jamie.
I'm at.
Welcome.
Jamie say, I do reside where I grew up from. Shit's still the same, just different toilets to let loose on. I hear that.
And I
Yep.
agree
See,
with my yo. I agree with what she said.
and that's
Uh,
the thing. Look what happened to. I mean, let's. I mean, we ain't got to name a lot of people, but let's look at what happened to Jam Master Jay. Wasn't that his neighborhood?
yeah,
Wasn't that where he grew up?
yep,
Didn't everybody know him?
yep.
Young
But
Dolph.
what happened? What happened? They were the same ones that put a bullet in him
Yep.
because they want what he had. And that's the thing. That's why I don't take my word for it. I don't say don't go back to your neighborhood and put into your neighborhood to help better out the people where you from. That's one thing. But to live there, oh no. I would never ever live where I grew up at.
Mm. And it's crazy, but I kind of agree with you, Big E. And me and Mister talk about that sometime. And what you said, like not word for word, but pretty much that's what I would say. Like when you go back, don't think it's the same. Don't think those people are the same. Excuse me, towards you. They see you leveled up some. They might not have gotten that advantage that you got. So they definitely got some type of envy. You never know where it's gonna come in at.
Yeah, I mean, just like let's be realistic. How many actual celebrities do you see stay where they was born at and raised at? Hardly none of them. Now, I ain't saying how many go back to the community and give to the community, but how many of them stay where they stayed at? Do you think that LeBron James is going back where he grew up at? You think he going back to the projects and get him a 2 bedroom flat?
You know it. Hey,
The
Okay,
projects, no.
that's my point. That's nobody's going back to where they was born at. I mean, they may stay 100 miles away, but they definitely not gonna go back to where they was born and raised at.
and the only reason is because hate.
Because we don't live there our whole life. We want to live somewhere
Yep.
else.
But like Mr. McGregor say, because you know what, the people that's there are gonna be hating on you
That's never
because they
even
gonna feel
happened.
like you ain't doing enough, or you could be doing this, or you could be doing that. They gonna never feel like, no matter what you do, they gonna always feel like it's not enough. You know why? Because you're a millionaire now. And what they fail to realize, yeah, I'm a millionaire, but for me to stay a millionaire, I need to keep some money. If I give all my money to you, then how am I still gonna be rich?
Okay, what if I ain't a millionaire? What if I just got a job now? I'm not in the street no more. I got
But
a wife and
even
kids.
right, but even if you got a wife and the kids, and you grew up in a gang banging society, because that's just like the thing that, like I said, that like I said, that's the way that I grew up in the gang banging. Now, it used to be a code. Once you get a family, you're off limits. But these young boys today do not care about that. They don't care. I mean, I had a guy pull a gun on me in the DMV while I was there with my wife and kids
Mm.
because he felt like I walked away from the game. And like I tell him, yeah, I walked away. I got a family I got to take care of. I ain't got time out here for this foolishness. But these young boys today don't see that. They don't care about it. All they care about is what they feel is loyalty to them. And my thing is, I can't be loyal to nobody who's not putting food on my table. My family got to eat. Y'all gonna make sure we eat every night? Y'all gonna make sure my rent paid? Y'all gonna make sure I got gas in my car so I can get to work? No. Y'all gonna tell me I gotta go out here and put in work if I want something. No, I ain't got time to be putting in work no more. I done put in enough work. So in order for it to be that way, I got to get away from that situation. And get away from that situation, hey, yep, you call me whatever you want to call me, but you know what? Neighborhood that I was in, I gotta leave it. But now, I mean, I got a cousin who he what I call neighborhood famous or city famous. He famous in the city and in the neighborhood. I mean, he could have been nationwide famous. I mean, he was on Comic View. He was on the BET junk. He was on a lot of stuff. But you know what? His mind focus was trying to appease the people in the neighborhood where he was born at, and that's why that's all he's ever been.
Mm.
He'll never be nationwide famous because all he care about is making sure that he hosting birthday parties, or he hosting weddings, or he hosting this, or he hosting that. And that's the reason why right now, hardly probably anybody I'm on the phone with right now can't even tell you that they ever heard of him.
But is he happy? Is he
Oh,
comfortable?
he is. He real happy.
Or maybe that's sometimes people don't need all that.
But that's the reason why he done ended up in the penitentiary a couple times,
See,
doing long stretches.
look at you. Look, you just had to.
Because he happy with being there and it keeps sucking him back into doing what he have to do to make it how he need to make it.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's the problem.
I understand that.
You-
Rose say,
Sometimes you just gotta get away.
never forget it was hard. We suffered. Just get education. It pays off. And also invest your money.
Yep, that's a good thing. And that's the problem with most of us African American people. We don't invest. Because I'm guilty of that. I tell myself all the time, I'm gonna spend what I make so can't nobody else have it.
Yeah, I done said that before. I done said that before. Nothing to see good.
Mhm.
Okay.
See what Double A said? They think you're supposed to be down for the
Oh yeah.
cause forever.
Mm-hmm.
Man, come on. See, that's the problem. And what's the cause?
I guess whatever y'all make y'all allegiance to.
See, that's the thing. Because you know how it is now. They'll take out one leader just so they can be the leader.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I ain't got time for that. I really don't.
Seem like the way. Like
I
Yep,
ain't got no time for not thinking for
that's the
myself any
way.
damn way.
that's my point. I don't need nobody else thinking for me or telling me what I should do and when I should do it and how I should do it. I'm a grown man. Let me think for myself.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I ain't with all that. I am not with all
That's right. That's like you, mister. You go back to the old neighborhood, they tell you, oh, well, you need to put in work if you want to be out here.
that.
What?
Yeah.
I need to do what?
That ain't happening.
If somebody say that, somebody else will whisper, "That's Mister," but they'll say another name. They'll be like, "Oh, that's oh my bad,
See,
my fault, big homie, my fault." If or some other stuff, I don't know. I've seen it happen, but not
and
for
that's the
like
thing.
legal stuff. Just on some dumb stuff, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But it's too many times that it can happen, and if ain't nobody around there to verify who you is, one of these little young punks
Right.
will put you in a situation where you got to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then as soon as you defend yourself, oh, now you're doing a bid. I ain't got time for that. That's why I say, you know what? I'd rather just stay away from over there And hey, if they need somebody to come put on a show, they need somebody to come cook for them. For what like I'm from this town. I'm from Portsmouth, but I grew up in a place called Berkeley, and they have a Berkeley reunion every year. Matter of fact, they get ready for one now. And my cousin I told you about, yeah, he right out there hosting. So, hey, you want to bring your grill out here and put up? No, man,
Oh
no, no, absolutely not.
my goodness.
I'm not coming down there. First of all, you want me to drive 6 hours with the possibility that I might leave with a bullet in my spine
Mm.
because they don't know how to act. Every year, somebody gets shot, and it ain't even that they coming after me. It just could be I'm an innocent bystander.
Yeah. Double H says some people's mentality don't change as they grow, and others do. My yo says my grandma was 104 before passing, and she always said, "Never think you're better than anyone, and treat people how you want to be treated. Way to a longer life." Safe to say.
Yes. And a drink a day. Don't forget about that.
A drink a day, what? Keep the.
Keeps
Get the
every
doctor away.
sorry.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
So,
I
oh,
hear you, man.
that's what it was. That's what it was. That's why. Um, I was listening to these people talk, and they were saying that um, white men, white women, and black women are living longer today than they were 30 years ago, and black men are dying faster than they died and more than they died 30 years ago.
What's the cause? Bullets?
You know what? I disagree with that.
I can't disagree with that one.
But you know why I disagree with that?
Why is that?
If you pull up the statistics, 30 years ago, or even 40 years ago, most black men was getting slaughtered by white people. And not only that, was you gotta realize that's when they first introduced crack into the black neighborhoods. So who was the one that was dying from it? It was the black men. Because the white boys weren't doing the crack. They was doing the cocaine. So you had so many black people overdosing over crack cocaine. So don't let them play that statistic. Yeah. But they're saying, yeah, it's more black men now dying to gun violence than it was then. But no, but being that it was what it was, you still had black men getting lynched in Alabama, Louisiana, um, all them southern states, like it won't know tomorrow. They
But
were
we
getting
all,
lynched like say what?
but we also getting black people, black men overdosing now, like they were back then as well.
But it's still
Uh,
not as rampant now as it was then. They just try to make it seem like it is. You got to realize how many times it went unreported or unprofounded because you know what? Because the government knew exactly what it was doing. So it couldn't be listed. If it was listed that, okay, well, we got all these black people dying of crack. Well, where did this crack come from? Then you got to start doing research. Where it came from? Oh, okay, where it came from there. Okay, well, we know. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, that's just like my guy. Um, what's his name? Wesley Snipes said, "We don't own no poppy fields.
mhm.
So where's it coming from?" Oh, okay, and that's the thing.
So
How many
you,
people? How many
so,
people dying there?
mm, I
I mean,
really don't.
you can remember when you grew up. Uh, I
I
mean,
don't. I really don't remember it being as much. is now. I'm being honest. I don't.
Because you know why? Because see now you can read, now you can listen to the news. See back then we you know we had the two TVs, the color TV that
Uh,
didn't work, that we used for the picture, and the black and white TV on top that we used for the sound,
yep.
with the hanger on top that we used to have to keep moving to get the channel to come in.
Yep.
Yeah, see, so we was getting the news that they wanted us to get. But see, now we got so many outlets, we get all the news. And that's just like me. I can sit down right now and I'm looking at news from what happened in Texas. I'm looking at news from what happened in Alaska, Arkansas, Minnesota. I'm looking at all this news, Chicago, all over the world. But back then, all that we saw was whatever city we were staying in the news. So in our city, hey, it didn't seem so bad. Yeah, I mean it was bad, but it ain't seem bad as it do now. But if they had to put all them cities together then, like they doing now, oh man, it would have been just as bad or worse.
I agree with that. I agree with that. However, in spite of the information you just said, I still think it's more today. And I agree with everything you said. But I just still think it's more
I
today.
mean, and it could be because now we got a bunch of different things that's going on. But see, just like back then, we had a bunch of different things going on. Because, like, they didn't put none of the lynchings in the news. They didn't want you to know about that. They didn't put the black people that's getting sentenced to prison and getting electrocuted or the death chair or whatever it was. They didn't want you to be privy to all of that information. But now they're putting all of that out there for you to see. They putting out there how they just lynched this black man not too long ago in I think it was Alabama or Louisiana, where he called his mama and told him that he had some white guys following him, and then next
Yeah,
thing you know, they found him dead.
yeah, I remember.
But nobody knows what happened to him. See, now that's in the news. Or back then when black people was put in jail and they was beat to death, um, because the white guard feel like they disrespected them, they didn't put that in the news. But now, let somebody die in jail. It's front page.
Uh, Depending on what
Oh no, all of it's in front page now because it's a problem.
they
Look
still,
how many people just died where we at in jail. Every
yeah,
last one of them made front page. Even if they was wrong, it still made front page. Because now we got people that's paying attention to stuff like that. Back then,
yeah,
people weren't paying attention.
it's this generation. So that's another thing I admire. They definitely involved in social justice and social issues, but so were we back then. But
We
it's just
were, but the
yeah,
word wasn't getting out because we was in fear that if we put the word out there, that we will have a cross burnt in our front yard with the men in the white sheet standing out there. See, that's the thing. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
about to say
I was just about
Mr.
to tell.
Encountered
Yeah,
that.
I encountered that.
He
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
encountered
that's my point. See, and that's something that back then when they did that, oh, they could shut you up in a minute because you know why? You didn't want them to come back.
yeah. But you know what? I had a 4'10"
that.
mother who had that arm who was ready to go any which way.
Yep. Look, same as my granddaddy when they tried to take my uncle because they said he did something,
Mm.
and my granddaddy went out there and showed them, look here, hey, oh, I don't play that around here. No, you're not taking my boy unless you come back here with a arrest warrant and everything else you need. And you know what? Because my granddad stood up to him, they left him alone. Because they were like, we're not messing with this crazy black man.
Mm-mm.
But see, that's the thing.
Like it
But
is some
for
shit
that
that
for that one that did that, how many 10 others that didn't?
Yeah, yeah. It's I mean tens of thousands of others that
Yep.
did.
That's why I'm saying. So many of it went unrecognized. That's why we don't know exactly how many people, how many African American men actually really died. Because you know what? They can't tell us how many it was. You know why? Because if they tell us, we probably have a revolt in this world. If they come to us right now and say, yeah, from the early 60s to the early 80s, it was over 1 million black men that was lynched. Do you know what would happen?
All right, I got a question for you. And how many who you think tally is more? The the clan mentality people unaliving blacks, or do you think blacks unaliving blacks?
you
Well,
talking now or back then?
Total. Period.
well, honestly, that's kind of a hard number to put together because now black on black crime is just getting ridiculous and out of hand. And back then, with the white on black crime, a lot of it went unpublished. So a lot of it we don't know about. I mean, you got to think about it's a lot of white families right now that we commingle with or we talk to that they great grandfather done killed about 10, 20 black people. But we
Yeah.
don't know about it because it was never mentioned. So that's a hard thing to actually try to put a number to because of then and now. If it happened today, oh, it's gonna be publicized. But because that's just like when them two white guys shot that black guy for going into that vacant house. And I guarantee you, if they stupid friend hadn't have been there recording it,
Wouldn't know nothing about it.
nothing at all. Not one single word about it. It would have been like they found him dead on the street. So
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. So that's a hard thing to say. But even though black on black crime is getting ridiculous, because we as black people, I mean, we should honestly be trying to stand united, but we too busy doing what I call the crab syndrome.
Yeah.
If I ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna make it. So I'm gonna pull you back in this boiling hot water along with me.
So do you think blacks dislike each other?
Honestly, as a people, I don't think we dislike each other. I think we just want what each other got.
Yep.
But
It ain't even about disliking. Because
but
how
was
many
it
black people
Anywhere you
kill
go,
black people that they don't even know? It's because they want what they got.
envy?
You know how many times you see black people kill somebody because because I belong to this gang or I belong to that association or because you got a diamond necklace on that I think that I got is better suited for me.
Yeah.
But see, when the white people was killing us, it was behind hatred.
What's up,
But
Evan?
now we doing it just out of profit.
help you feel better.
Uh, I totally agree. But I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is we trying to have this meet and greet.
Instead of keep talking about it, we need to actually like get something together. Cause I hate when we do that. We just keep talking about it. Just do it. We don't gotta talk about it every time unless we got more detail.
I'm,
And right now we have no more detail because me and you just talked today. And I'm gonna be planning
well,
everything, so
you ain't gonna be planning anything,
I
nothing.
need to be
So
the one
stop
making an
it.
announcement.
You ain't gonna be planning anything, nothing. Stop trying to.
What state is gonna be in?
We trying to figure that out now. I'm trying to. That's why I'm keep making an announcement, trying to see.
It's not. It's up to us.
I still need to see.
Are you trying to see where the most people are at, so you can
Texas,
decide what's the closest?
Yeah.
Texas, even
Texas.
Texas. We got a lot of fam in Texas or close
Well,
to Texas.
hey, you got where we coming to Texas? Hey, I'm wanted in Texas.
Mhm.
So I can send
Yep.
my little video chat.
I know you can't go back if you want it. Shoot.
My youth says, yeah, it's messed up when we unalive our people. I mean, when the time comes to fight or whatever, it's mainly going to be women because our youngsters is passing away young. All this
Yep.
crime is bad. Now we have so much computers and catch them. Yeah, technology has just took leaps and bounds. I'm not even sure you can. Technology can figure out almost anything, in my opinion.
Yep.
So, Mister, I got a question for you.
For sure.
All right, what do you think about a man that sit home and play video games all day?
um, a man that sits home and play videos all day. I feel like he's comfortable. He has no sense of responsibility. He doesn't know what accomplishments feel like. Not driven. Um, he's probably getting pushed around, bossed around, kissing ass just to have a roof over his head, and a female abundant. Uh,
That second part to that question: would you condone it if it was your son?
no, I would not condone that. No way, form, shape, or
How
fashion.
old are they? How old?
It don't make a difference how old they are. I mean, they could be no. When I say a man, they over 18.
Over 21. Because
Okay,
18,
well,
you
Well,
barely out of high school.
that's a little different, mind you. If that's his job, if that's his job, and he's making an income
Right.
doing that,
Yes, that's a good
that's
point.
a little different.
That's a good point. You
Because
know they make money
game
gaming.
it is some gamers that make money. Hey, that's different.
but see, that's the point. I'm not talking about the ones that make money. I'm talking the ones that just sit there with their boys.
Oh no, no, they ain't going down. They ain't going
I
down.
don't. No man should be sitting around not paying bills,
Electric bill high as
regardless.
shit
Whether you
anyway.
live with your dad or your mom or your grandma, you should be paying. You shouldn't be sitting there just not having the responsibility. So if that is happening, they probably need to get some tough love.
See, and that's the thing that we in the business that we do, we see every day.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
see it every day. Guys, I mean, they warming up what them 3, 4 TVs set up in the room with
Mm,
gaming chairs and computers stretched out across the bedroom, and all they doing is sitting there on the phone with their friend. Hey man, hey, go left, go into the dugout. I'm going to throw a bomb.
If they doing all that, then they definitely trying to keep them in. They like, here, baby, you got everything you need right here. You get your new game of the month? Yeah. Yeah. It could be different reasons, you know, far as if it's like a couple thing. But if it's like your son or your grandson or something, they need to, either way, they need to be paying their way. But I mean, if it's your son or if it's your blood, you need to show them, like teach them. Sometimes it takes tough love because just keep telling them over and over they're not getting it. You got to try something else. Kick them out for a week to see what it's like to be outside since you can't pay bills. Going out there with your game for a week. Don't tell them it's for a week. Just kick them out. See
With a game?
Now you got to fend for yourself. You can't depend on me.
With a game? Most of them ain't even pay for the game.
Whatever they got.
You take what you came in here with. You came in here butt naked. You leaving butt naked. So right out there on the porch.
That would be quite annoying if not anybody sat on a game unless they making money.
So we talk about kicking out. I remember back in the days, parents would actually kick their kids out.
Yep. And you couldn't come back in till the street lights came on.
Yep.
Shoot. That's what we were talking about the other day. We out there building clubhouses, playing soldier, out there trying to fish with a stick and a rusty nail. I mean that's that was good times. But nowadays, man, if you take a child's cell phone, I look at the kids in school now. When the teacher take their cell phone, they fighting the teachers.
Yeah. They busting
behind their cell phone. I mean, you remember we ain't had no cell phones. You know what? I remember my first cell phone was a bag phone. It had the big block battery in it, and you had to plug it into the serial lighter when you got in the car.
Yep.
I remember that.
That was my first cell phone. And you know what? Mine didn't even work, but I perpetrated like it did.
Oh, one of those. Oh,
that's right.
I think hardly nobody's work.
Look, hey, I walked around the mall acting like I was talking to somebody. But now, take their cell phone. Oh, they ready to fight you. They ready to call the police on you. Tell them that you child abusing them because they ain't got their phone.
Right. And they not even paying the bill.
My thing is this.
When I got my cell phone is when I could pay the bill.
Yep.
If these students punching you, hitting you hard as shit in your face,
you have no choice but to do something, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, ain't no whoop they tail.
Hitting on me. I don't care how old you is. You got 2 times. The second time, I'm slinging you off, and it's gonna be a hard swing.
Cause I always
Miss Cakes, you said 2 times?
Yes, you can get away. Oh. If you're a kid, you can get away the first time.
Nah, you better than me. Hit me 1 time, I'm going to your tail.
Yeah, I mean, cause anybody a wrong misplaced punch, you can be out of here.
That's right.
I ain't get knocked out, and the next thing you know, you on Facebook. They didn't stop yeah. do it all.
You on Facebook Live, laying on the floor,
right?
And then you got to live with it.
Yeah,
I'm just
sorry.
With me. I'm just to that point in my life, and I guess because I'm old now. But no, I can't. That's why I told everybody when they asked me, because I was a janitor at a school for about 2 months. I couldn't do it because I can't deal with other people grown kids. I can't do it. See, that's why they say to be a teacher, you have to have a love for that job because you sure ain't being paid for what you're doing. Because I'd be daggone if you gonna spit at me, cuss at me, do all of this other stuff to me, and I'm supposed to sit here because it's my job and let you do it and and report you to the principal's office. Oh no, I'm gonna
Message say
report you to the principal.
Message say you trading for a boot kicking contest.
God dang all right.
Yeah.
I, I will whoop one of them little bastards, boy. I will beat the snot out of them and take the consequences later. Cause they sure don't care. They're like, look at the little 6 year old that shot the teacher
You know
in
what's the
Virginia.
whole? Oh my, that's just terrible. Like, and it was like
6 years old.
three incidents, three separate
Mhm.
incidents. Like, that's just terrible. It's unbelievable. You know, like I can't even imagine that. It's just scary.
And
It's
that's my thing. Cause we letting these kids get away with any and everything. I mean, and the first thing his mama said was, what? He's in special classes. What? What the world special classes got to do with you grabbing a gun and shooting somebody?
I believe that things are going to change in about 5 years because the ones that still have kids that's in school, we're going to be forced to school them ourselves because they're cutting the schools out.
Yeah.
You know, slowly but surely, we're going to have to start homeschooling our kids, and we're not going to have no choice but to teach them properly then, because we're not teaching our kids properly, and that's why they doing all this crazy stuff.
But you
When
know what, Miss Kate?
We're not paying attention to
when
our kids because how is you not going to know that your kid bringing something so dangerous to school besides a roach? Because kids done brought roaches to school, but how's you bringing whole hammers to school?
let me tell you something.
How is you bringing drugs to school?
When that time comes, we're gonna be in a shitload of trouble.
But you know what, Mister? Because when COVID hit, and we parents had to teach our kids in school,
Oh, we
you know
sure
how many of us got frustrated?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gave up, didn't
that
care. So many kids, the grades fell because of that. They wasn't signing in. They wasn't checking their work. It was
but
just.
you know what? You got that chat AI now, so shit, it may be easy breezy.
Ouch.
Cause that shit do everything they needed to do.
Oh yeah. You can tell the chat AI to do your whole school dissertation,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll do it for you.
But that's
And
just
you
what.
know, kids know how to do it.
And that's why the kids is all dumb now. They don't know
Yep.
nothing but technology stuff.
Hey,
My
Miss
youth
Kate,
said,
that's you remember why I said it first? That's why, yeah, I still write letters and I write them in cursive. How many kids know what a cursive is?
my youth said some of the students where I'm at is disrespectful and they in elementary. Every time I see something, I ask them, are they ready for middle school? Because you can't act like you act playing too much. I'd rather homeschool nowadays.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I feel you.
That's
Rose said
You know,
that.
Maya.
Maya. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm out of the child reared age.
Mhm. It's definitely scary.
Cause even when your kids now with kids, and you look at how they raising their kids, and sometimes you just gotta shake your head because let me explain something to you. My grandbaby, oh, I love to death, is 2 years old. And this girl got a got an iPad. And she know how to work it.
Yep.
I mean, she worked the thing better than I do. I'm sitting there looking at her like, how did you figure this out?
And you know what's crazy?
They
What are they looking at on the iPad?
they come in knowing this stuff already.
What do they be looking at though? Like you can't open a book.
Everything. She do everything with it. And I'm like, she know how to go to the movies she want to see. She know
Yeah,
how to
like
go to the
where's the
games she
education
want to
at?
do.
Yeah, that where's the education?
Hey,
Those iPads should be used for learning, not for to be playing games with.
let me tell
That's
you
what's
though.
wrong with the kids. Like why are we stuffing iPads in front of our kids for
There you
50
go.
hours a day?
There you go, baby.
And then my grandson, who is, let me see, she two, so he five. He already got a cell phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Do you know? And even my son said the same thing. He said, Daddy, you know how old I was when I got my first cell phone? I said, yeah, you was grown and you bought it yourself. Cause I sure like get you one. He was like, "You right," but his mama decided that he needed one, so she got it for him. But you know, and her excuse is, "Well, if something happens in school and he need to contact me," I'm like, if something happens in school, they're gonna send out an alert. Everybody gonna be contacted." But some people you can't tell that. Some people have to learn on their own. But that's the problem.
Ro-
That's why nowadays, if you take a cell phone or a tablet, the kids gonna hurt you.
Rose, you say you think the schools are failing them. Um, yeah, but it's the
Yeah.
parents because the parents need to be going to these town hall meetings, these board of education meetings.
PTA meetings.
Yeah, all that. They definitely need to get more involved. Not just when they child walking across a stage or did something that they had nothing to do with.
Mm.
Because a lot of parents will take the accolades and they ain't had nothing to do with it. The child did it all by themselves.
Mm.
Yep. You know, when we was in school, but see, that's what happened. If anybody is up here that's old enough to understand where I'm going to come from, then they know. When I was in school, you screwed up, the principal pull out that paddle
Yeah.
and whoop your tail so good, oh,
Mm.
you thought twice before you did it again. But now, if a principal even sits you down in his office and you don't like it, oh, he child abused me, or or she child abused me, and even with the parents, let your parents raise their voice at you. All you gotta do is call the police, and you know what? And that's one of the things that irks me to my soul right today, because a police officer can literally kill my child,
Mm.
and he was justified because my child was being disrespectful to him.
Mm.
If my child is disrespectful to me, and I slap the taste out of his mouth, I'm going to jail for 5 years.
Right.
Hmm.
That is crazy. Well, that's the type of world we live in. We don't live in a justified world. So I mean, things like that happens.
But see, that's the point. And they got to be justified. But hold on. I'm the one that brought this child into this world. So what gives you the right
Right.
to take him out when you don't do nothing for him because they disrespected you? But if I slap him in his mouth because he disrespected me and I don't want him to come out there and disrespect you, now I'm going to jail for 5 years. Somebody make that make sense.
It don't make sense.
Take that off. You look funny.
It don't make sense. And it's totally fucked up. But it's gonna continue to happen.
But you know why it's going to continue to happen? You know why?
Right.
Because it's not enough people standing up for it. That's the reason why it's gonna continue to happen. But this was like I was telling y'all one day when we was talking at work. Just like the reason why prayer stopped in school, because one lady decided that it was offensive, and she decided that she was gonna do whatever it takes to stop it, and she did. One lady. It wasn't a whole town hall full of people. It was one lady that didn't like it.
That's all it takes.
So
One person to kick up some dust.
that's my point. So how many of us do it take to get together and say, you know what, we tired of these cops killing our kids because our kids are disrespecting them. So why can't I whoop my child tail because he disrespecting me and I'm keeping him from disrespecting you so you don't have to kill him? Because as my child, I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm
Because
gonna teach him a lesson.
they first, this is just a theory of mine. They don't believe.
And we have to say unalive. If we keep saying that word back to back, they're gonna hit us. YouTube is real fickle.
All right, say you're alive or
Oh, okay.
or out of here or something.
Okay.
Well, what was I saying? Shit, baby. Oh my goodness. Case. I forgot.
My
what I
bad.
was saying.
But you know how it is.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
you're right. You're right. You're right. I didn't even think about it. You're right.
Oh, they don't believe us. They don't believe us. We say this, we say that, and we march, we tear up some shit, get some free shit, and 13 days later we back to doing the same shit. So they don't believe us.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's where the problem comes in at is because when we get unified for a certain thing, it's some of us that has arterial motives in it, and they go off and do that, so it makes all of us looks bad.
Hold on, woman. I gotta drop the link again, Messy.
Yeah, because it keeps saying device not connected.
I'm gonna drop the link again.
Tell her she get a better phone, she won't have to worry about it.
There you go.
Don't tell her that. She ain't heard it, so don't tell her.
My you says you got to watch these teachers also, safe to say. Go visit
Yep.
the school to see what's really popping, because some just there for a check. Yeah.
Yep. And
And
it is.
And some of them they're looking at your kid.
But you know what? But see, that's where the problem comes in at. Is because we look at these schools to raise our kids. We need to start raising our kids ourselves
And not
as
let
parents
the internet do it neither.
and stop depending on them to do it. If we as parents spend as much time,
Come up here. I got a question. I'm sorry, Big E.
good.
Come up here. We're gonna continue this conversation because you're not gonna know who I'm talking about, but I wanna bring it to a whole since we're talking about like that. Like okay, say you have damn, I just lost my thought. Forget it.
No, we waiting now.
Rose say we agree with the school when the kids in middle school they were wild. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. So when you have like a bunch of kids and they're in school, do you feel like now it's your time to shine, or you feel like you still should be parenting? Because I feel like this ties into a YouTuber that we watch, Strong Mommy Chrissy. She feels like she get to take a vacation once a month because she's raising 9 kids on her own, but she chooses to because I don't know. She had 9 kids. I don't know.
What? Hey, Miss K, who told her that lay down there and had 9 kids? Unless you want a vacation, her vacation ain't over till they get grown.
Once a month.
Let her kids would tell her she don't need to have no more vacation until her kids grow.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, you did it. So now you
thought we said that a parent can
Mama need
still.
life too.
Yeah, I thought we just said a parent
They
can
do.
life too.
But if you got 9 kids, come on now. What kind of life you need? You ain't think about no life at first?
Yeah, then you gave 9.
Good point.
No.
Buddy.
Yeah, you gave 9 lives. So now you got this. Now you got however many years it takes for them to get grown.
Yeah.
Is she
Hey,
What up,
rich?
Sunshine.
sunshine?
Welcome. I haven't caught a live in a while, but I agree with you guys. Parents have to start with their children at home at first. You can't depend on anyone to help you raise your children but you. Yeah, yeah, I agree. If you just coming in, y'all hit the like button for us and please subscribe if you want to comment in the chat.
You disagree, my you or
So Messi, did you hear me when I was talking about Chrissy and what everybody
welcome
was
tea time.
welcome tea time when we was
What was you saying?
when we was talking about like having a life and having children and taking care of your children more than letting the internet take care of them or the school. And then I said, because Strong Mommy Chrissy popped up in my head, and I know Big E don't know who she is, but I know you did. So
Uh-huh.
I just want to know, based off of her saying that she is allowing herself to take a vacation once a month.
Well, I also have to realize she's a constant. She is a what is that? What are we called? A content creator.
Content creator.
But at the end of the day, she has a mindset of F those kids. And be honest with you, it really don't have to do with her taking a vacation every month. That's not even the kicker. Because I always hear people say, and this is a new thing that YouTube is showing, like, oh, we gotta show that we're taking a vacation to get more content. Y'all know real life people, we don't take vacations like that. Y'all get what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
about
it's
time,
not
Messi.
Children.
realistic.
That's what Big E was saying. See, he didn't even know who she is, but he like 9 children. What vacation she need to be taken with 9 children? I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I might do a 4th of July. If I don't do 4th of July, I might do Thanksgiving. I might do one year I might do a Christmas vacation, but real talk, we don't take vacations like that. Not saying that we can't afford it, but majority of people we have a livestock. We have to live,
Yeah,
We
you
have
know.
responsibilities.
yeah.
But YouTube created this image that a lot of people can't keep up with. You
Social
can't
media
keep up with
influencer.
this. You can't keep up with YouTube. For some odd reason, the world is starting to be so complacent with
Mm.
nonsense that we're getting you be honest with you. We will watch other people literally watch other people F up their lives. And we talk about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about it. We're not putting nothing normal soil back into the atmosphere. We're just throwing it back up. And it is entertaining. Yes, we laugh, we giggle, but it becomes toxic to keep on thinking about. I
Mm.
can only imagine. Now, be honest with you, I can only imagine how Chrissy House look right now while she talking about going on vacation.
I think it looks better than Jazzy's because
No, and when I say that is
there.
you have
So
to
she
look at
probably
old
got something to
videos of
brag
Chrissy.
about.
You have to look at old videos of Chrissy. Chrissy cleaned up quite often, but Chrissy will show you the terrible and the horrible back in the day. Probably around the same time, people's taking more slack on Jazz. But if Chrissy never got any slack, just imagine Jazz never got any slack, right? Chrissy would still show a nasty house for content. Chrissy would show piles of clothes for content. Now we know, I don't know about y'all, but clothes is a hell to the no in my house. Why? I have a washer and dryer. If it gets backed up, I can go to the wash house. It is what it is.
You
But
should say the wash
Shannon,
house.
Yeah.
you hear
Lord
me
have
saying?
mercy.
Like, but you can't tell me this woman is top clean. She can't be. She's too invested in YouTube. You always see her in one room that she can control, but the rest of the house. And now we seen the trash back in the day when she got evicted. Y'all seen the trash.
Yep. The mattresses. That's classic.
You know, I don't know about anybody else, but having a whole trash dumpster in my house is a hell to the no. I might on a clean day, I might have about 5 or 6 bags, but that's from my whole house. She had a whole dumpster in front of her yard of trash.
That's
You
from
think I'll be talking about a vacation?
all them kids.
So, Messi,
What's up?
I got a question for you. So,
Mhm.
I can't come home from a hard day at work, kick my boots off and, put off my drawers and throw them on the floor and, throw my shirt on the floor and, take me a shower and go hop in the bed. I got to put
Okay.
them in the dirty clothes apple.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, hold up, hold
No!
up, hold up. Let me ask
Why
you a
is that a
question.
man thing or something? Cause
No,
oh
no,
my gosh. Are
you
you
know,
kidding
and you
me?
know what, ladies, we can do it too. Cause I'll be honest with you, I got 7 bras in the living room, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yep, because you put them on as soon as you walk in the door. Oh, I already know that.
Would you be waiting for your man to pick them 7 bras up? No. You
No,
put
but I live by
them in
myself.
yourself.
So she just take them off and throw them on the floor by the door, way
I lay
along with
them
her
right on the
shoes.
couch. I do. I lay them right on the
On the
couch. I
couch.
still have a shirt on, and I just pop it up, lay it on the
But
couch. I don't
but
know
but hold on. But you done had the bra on all day. Suppose you had company over there and he wanna fall asleep on the couch.
why. Let me tell you something.
And you
I
done
will
had
pick
your
up.
mustard bra on the couch.
Let me tell you something. I will pick up before he come. But if he
But
just
it's
came
still
knocking
been
at the
sitting
door,
there.
if he just came knocking at the door, and he ain't like warn me or nothing. He's not coming in my house. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at you right out the window. I'm that person. Like, did you call?
Oh Lord. What? Did
You don't
did
do a
y'all hear
drive up
that?
by my house and expect to come in.
So I done drove an hour to see you.
You better have called before you started that car. How about that?
You know what? See, that's the problem right there.
No,
And
it's
they're
not.
gonna tell me, I mean, I can't leave my drawers on the floor. I mean,
No,
I
you
gotta make sure.
That don't even go together and make sense.
Yes, it
no.
do.
Two different things you talk about, Big E.
Cause I'm talking about by the bed in the bedroom, kick my drawers off, kick my clothes off, and then
Well,
I grab my robe and go take
You
a
married.
shower.
You
let me
married.
ask
Do,
you a
do your
question.
wife pick up after you? Do she pick your drawers up and throw them in dirty clothes?
My wife don't even wash my clothes.
Oh.
So you got to basically you got to hunt for your underwear.
No, I got too many.
Like I
Well,
I
I
got
said,
too
guess you
many.
can't.
he got
Hey, let
underwear
me tell
under
you
the
something.
I guess you
bed.
can leave them
Let,
around.
let,
Uh,
let me tell you something. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. Buy me a whole lot of socks and drawers.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't. Well, that's one of my pet peeves. I don't like seeing men with dirty socks and the same color underwear.
Well, I mean, I got a few pairs that, they got holes in them that I love to death.
Okay, I
Yeah,
need you to go to therapy. I need you to
no,
let
no,
it
no,
go.
no. They're my favorites.
Now
But
you need to You need to let it
No,
go after.
can't let
You
them
need to
go.
let it go.
Favorites.
They the ones that seem to fit, no matter how big or how small I get. They seem to fit.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Mhm.
You know what? But I wanted to go and talk about what y'all had said about the children.
Uh-huh.
And now, Kate, I was going to do a video tomorrow on this, and I might still do it. But yesterday, was it yesterday or today? Peach McIntyre came on and she talked about how her family did not like her and when she was a kid. Okay, so we have at that time, I'm assuming that Peach was a little bit talkative and ruly, that a lot of people could not handle her. And that is the elders. Not because they abused her. They just didn't want to deal with her. She's like one of those example of those kids I was telling you about. They don't get enough attention at home, so they react or they show out at school. And also, and it's not necessarily about us spanking or disciplining our children. It's more of how involved is other people in our lives. Okay. One thing I won't do with Jazz is report her to CPS. We have a CPS. I don't know what that's called over there, but
Mm.
I would never report that because one, I don't have proof that she abused her child to the extent that we just see what she don't do in the matter of 12 minutes that she puts a video out, right? We it's funny, but we just don't see it. We also have to think about vendettas that most people have. You just can't whip your kids and say, well, I'm going to go to jail. No, they know that you have to discipline your children. You know what I'm saying? It's how we do it. Because at my kids' school, they have a little room and they basically say this room is a camera, but this is a discipline room for the parent and the child to go and she can discipline her child. They
What
use
school
that
you?
camera
What school
just
is
to
that?
see. I'm not telling my kids school on this good old YouTube streets. But yeah, they have a discipline. Somebody calls your kids and say, hey, little Johnny is cutting up. And you as a parent, you can cut his butt or you can send him home with you. You get what I'm saying? Because he needs to understand. I came from an era that your mama come up to that school, the teacher will turn off the lights. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. The teacher will turn off the lights and that mother will whip that kid in that classroom. Did
What?
that kid act up in that
No,
rest of it? And I was in school in the 90s.
Oh my
we
goodness.
took them into the little bathroom in the classroom.
Mm.
And they
I'm glad
tore
that didn't happen to me.
and our teacher was like, if you laugh, I'm gonna call your mother. But we all laughed. So you see now one kid, his mama was fed up and she whooped his butt in the classroom. And I gave some structure with the teacher.
I
But
thought
now we don't have that.
I thought Peach moved into a house.
Girl,
Lady said
Peach is
Peach is a
broke as
mess.
hell.
Said she's got money but no house. Too busy at the casino. They are big time gamblers. Oh my gosh! Do you know how you be rich one day and broke the next with that gambling?
Well, let
It's
me just tell you this, and this is might be an allegation. I think he over there doing drugs. And I said,
Oh
Austin.
Lord.
Austin, what Woody Chuck?
now, Mister, I know you seen that little dance short that she had put out for her husband, and he did a little switch.
Mm-mm.
Did we react to that? I think we
We
reacted to
did
that.
we probably did.
No,
We probably
he did a little switch. I was
did.
like, Peach over here trying to put her husband
Oh,
on
she
the,
rents that. Oh my gosh! I thought she
huh?
bought that. I thought she
No,
purchased like was getting a. I thought she had a mortgage.
No. Peach is over there broke, y'all.
I
I
see
ain't on Facebook enough. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all be watching.
It's on YouTube.
YouTube. I
Or
see no book.
YouTube or whatever.
We do
You
it.
know,
It's this
because
what we do. This is another mommy. She's married. She has about 5 or 6 kids, and she's pregnant now.
Is
What?
Yeah,
is
she big and pregnant.
but sometimes we see is she pregnant,
Man,
sometimes
she pregnant. She pregnant.
What,
Don't know when she do, but she is pregnant.
what, was she getting government assistance or something?
She used
yeah.
to.
no.
That's what she was banking off of.
Oh Lord.
When she started elevating on YouTube, once you start making
Oh,
a
was she? Oh, it's when she got the PPP or whatever that is.
it probably happened that way too, because it was around that time. She made the money come up, and she just, I don't
Lord
know.
have mercy.
Do
She got a big bag in a big bag.
do
Lord.
anybody watch Lady Bling and her husband?
Oh, they are so atrocious.
Yeah, I,
You guys, we need to start back doing these reactions, because even though Liv is doing whatever she doing, which we don't know because she's being so secretive, she's over there on POF catching bodies. That's what she's doing. But
What?
we really should get back into these
Hey,
reactions.
don't talk about POF
Some people don't want to find love; they just want to find lust on P.
because you know what?
Some of these mommies
That's
out
what
here.
my
that's where I met my wife at.
I know that, and that was nice. That's a good story for you.
you say you used to watch Lady Bling. I just want to know what the hell wrong with her husband,
Her husband is a bum,
and
and
those
he is so
those
dusty.
two kids.
And why he don't got any type of income? That's a nut. See, you know what? Big E, he's up there talking about what's up with these grown men gaming. This guy is one of them. He about 50, 40 something,
What?
big and grown and rusty, and he up there gaming in a trailer
Hold on.
while his wife
Hold on.
his, and you know she just turned 33. I didn't know she was
Hold
that
on.
young. I thought she was.
Hold up. Well, who y'all talking
You
about?
said,
She came back like
hey,
Lady
you said they live in a trailer?
it's like a
RV.
yeah, RV. They do the van
Huh,
life.
man, hold on.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
Hold on.
Just so
I had to rewind. Um, what?
oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I thought he was a truck driver.
man, that he a bum.
He is driving a truck, a RV.
He a whole bum.
Well,
Um,
you know what? I watched her, and there was another lady I watched. She got a Jamaican husband. Y'all, I really wish I can remember. Cause they built like they got a lot of subscribers at the same time. Like when Peach was coming through,
hmm
I don't Nisi, yeah, Nisi and something, but they're Jamaican. You know, her husband's Jamaican. And when I was watching her, I remember reacting to one of her videos when I felt like she was over sexualizing her son. Like he will be like doing splits and she be like, yeah, yeah, go man, man. I just
that's
didn't
how
like
Bling
the
be.
fact that she did that to a little boy.
That's how Bling be to her little son.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Bling. Yeah.
Oh, and then her daughter. I'm not understanding this. And then
Well,
his
you know what? Be honest with you, it's called grooming. These parents groom the hell out of their kids.
what did I miss?
she is saying how Bling was egging on the little sweet boy.
Dude,
Yeah.
You
that's
can't say that.
Wood's
No,
son.
I ain't talking about Duke. I'm talking the little young boy.
Oh, the real young one that was putting
Yeah.
on lipstick.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
crazy.
one. The one that his grandma done snatched up. She said, you ain't gonna do that to my grandbaby. He got him. She gonna set him straight.
But you gotta think about everybody doing silly stuff for views. They selling their souls for views every day.
But do you think some of these people really Some of these people are, but some of them, I think that's just how they are. Like
Like, be
Gwen,
honest with you.
I
I'm
think that's just
sorry.
how they are.
No,
I'm sorry. In our state, for example, our state, we don't, you can't adopt or you can't have foster kids. Um, so many foster kids in a home due to now of of neglect, basically. Due to the fact that kids are in tight quarters, kids are in different environments where they come to you. And the family of the dozers by
Yeah,
the dozen,
Charlie doesn't.
I just don't,
I
that
don't.
family don't sit right with me, y'all.
It me neither. Me neither.
And I'll be like, man, I would say, can somebody check those kids out a little bit more? You can't just convince me that you make this big spread for breakfast because I just it don't sit right with me.
yeah, I ain't about it.
But you know what? But if you got that many women in there, you can make that big of a spread.
Ain't that many women.
They're kids. They're like,
I'm
I
talking
think
about
the youngest is
the
one.
grown sisters,
No, it's
No,
just her and her husband.
but you got sisters in there, they children that are like 10, 11, 12,
no,
Oh
no,
13.
yeah,
it ain't. No, they
It
ain't.
ain't
No,
but
technically,
that's
some is
not.
that
I
age.
don't
But
know
it is.
about every
It is some.
state, but technically, no child's supposed to be cooking or making meals in the kitchen if they're in the foster home. I don't know if
Well,
y'all know that.
Well, I don't know about a
No,
foster home,
they
but I know
helping.
if they're your kids, because like in the state of Virginia, I taught my boys how to start cooking when I started them at when they was like 6 or 7, and the reason why I taught them because I said, look here, you may not have a wife one day. I need you to start learning how to do simple stuff like cook some hot dogs or cook some noodles. And then as they got older, I taught them more dishes and how to cook certain things, how to clean the house, how to do certain things because I wanted my boys to know, look here, hey, if you ain't got a woman, I need you to know how to take care of yourself. Cause
Mhm.
okay. Our kids are different than when the state grants you these children. Okay, for example, some kids might have fetish for fires, so they don't want that to be a risk. If they in the kitchen cooking, they don't want that to be a risk
Okay.
because
Okay.
that can be a risk of 12, 11 other kids because this child has a fetish, so they don't supposed to literally be in the kitchen to cook they can't do that. Absolutely not. And that is just something that they supposed to practice due to the fact that, hey, this is a risk.
Yeah.
Do you take in foster children?
No, I don't have my own. Not because I'm selfish. If
Oh,
my baby is 18 and I don't have to put him in that back room,
you got an
um
18-year-old?
no, I'm just saying like
Oh,
my baby when he gets 18, I have to send him to the back room. Um, y'all know that back room, right? Um,
mm,
but
so so you say you're selfish.
no, no, I don't want to put no risk on my children. I don't know what these backgrounds of these other kids are. And that's real talk. I don't know.
I,
That's the part.
I
It's
understand.
not selfish.
I
I
understand.
No,
just don't want to put them at no risk.
well, I'm gonna say you selfish, but I understand what you're saying because you could bring in a child that's a pedophile, as far as you know, because of
Hey,
what they've been through.
and you know,
I
I
mean, that's shit. That's
mm-mm.
a risk you
You
run.
you put in a risk,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it don't even have to be. You don't know what these children are going through, and I don't have patience per se to raise my kids and make sure I'm scaring them a nair, and then I need to make sure my children are okay
So
before I
you just
try to work
selfish.
somebody else's children.
So
You can
you
call it what
selfish.
it is, and you can call it selfish all day long, but it is what it is over here.
So you selfish.
No,
You
I
just
would say
worried.
I'm not
You just worried
selfish.
about you with yours.
Yes, and that's
What
why I
about
should
all
talk
these
to
little
you.
kids out here that need help?
Uh,
Well, I'm gonna say this, and the state probably won't listen to me. You start making these deadbeat parents pay child support, even if they get a little bit of custody on the weekend or visitation rights. You still make them pay child support, and this will give the lower off of a lot of people. So you don't see,
Big
you
Mister.
know.
You
yep.
see how she? You see how she cussing at me?
No,
I,
I didn't cuss at you.
Yes, you did.
What did I say?
Child support.
Oh my sweet Jesus. And I said
Nothing
the
Chris said that
parent.
was a scam.
I didn't say the male. I
Let me
said
tell
the
you this.
parent.
You know why I laugh at that? Because the last day that I paid child support, I actually danced in the parking lot of my job.
You know what? It is not that serious. Like,
Oh, yes, it was. It was that serious. I danced in the parking lot. I danced in my car. I danced when I got home. I even danced in my sleep.
Shoot.
you know
'Cause
what? You may you,
'cause it was done.
but you gotta understand, like I don't understand why you think it's done. You still a parent. Like
I,
I know they might be grown.
no, no. See, the thing was, the last child I was paying child support for was in the state of Virginia. If you married to a person and they have a child with somebody else, you still have to pay for that child.
Oh.
And that's what happened to me. So I was stuck paying for a child that wasn't mine for 18 years. So after it was finally done,
Hey, that's a hurt.
oh,
That's a hurt piece.
I
Yeah,
had
that does
I
hurt.
I danced so hard, boy, they thought I had the Holy Ghost. But now my children that I know are mine that I had to pay child support for, I still take care of them right to the day. If they need it and I got it, it's theirs. But the one that wasn't mine, oh yeah, oh I danced and I danced hard.
Nah, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah, you know what?
but
You
I
need to
don't
tell
think
me.
I'm selfish. I just
I,
the world
I'm,
is
I'm,
wicked,
I
and
was just messing with you. I
I
don't
have to
think you're
protect my
selfish.
children at all costs. That's the
That's
reason
that's
why there's
called
no
being
man in this house.
that's
Okay,
called being responsible. And I know that. I was just picking at you.
I know. You give me a hard time.
so
Yeah,
on
that's
that,
what I was thinking. Mayu, Mayu, Mayu.
I say they should have let you do a
I thought that's
DNA
what they
test.
do anyway before you pay child support. You gotta take a DNA test. Unless you married. If you married, then I guess
Oh no, no, not in Virginia.
what? Are you serious? Oh my
Not in
goodness.
Virginia. All you
Okay,
gotta
can
do is
I ask this crazy question, please? Did
yeah.
you sign the birth certificate,
No.
or was it automatically?
In the state of Virginia, because we was married, I automatically was
Oh,
considered to
you
be the
were
father.
married. Yeah, y'all was married.
No, but
Uh,
even when you're not married, what happens is if you go down there and you say that I'm the father, they would start charging me before they do a paternity test.
Yeah, I think that's any state, right? Is that any
I'm
state?
not sure.
They
I
start
don't
charging
know.
me, and then after they find out that you're not the father, they don't give you no money back.
Mm.
They
Well,
say,
I
"Oh my,
actually,
oh
no,
my
no, no,
mistake."
no, 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 no. It's in certain states, but if you live in a certain state, that can still be your jurisdiction, right?
Yep.
Um, if you find out, for example, because this is just a recent case in North Carolina that I don't know where you stay at, so don't say it, but in North Carolina, this man Had something similar to that. The girl basically said, "Hey, you're the father." She put his name, his social security, and everything on child support. He played with it. He's like, "Yo, son, let's go take a DNA test to see how much proof we are." Right? I think he was just plucking with him, and he found out that he wasn't the father
Mm.
due to the fact that the state of North Carolina 18 years ago, he missed the court case, or the judge just automatically said he was the father, because sometimes that can happen, the judge can be in court and say you're the father without the DNA, because maybe he couldn't afford it or something like that, or I don't know the circumstances, but he sued the mother for that money.
Right. But
Oh,
he had the money to get him an attorney. But what happens now in most of these cases is, like, even at my case at that time, I didn't have the money to hire an attorney.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry. He was in jail at the time.
but see, and I didn't have the money to hire an attorney. I didn't have the time to do the paperwork because I had to work. Because if I missed the payment, they was gonna lock me back up. So I had to work in order to make the payment so that I wouldn't go to jail. So what ended up happening was, and then when I finally did go to the court with the proof, do you know what this judge told me? And this was a black woman that told me this. She said, "Well, Mr. E, I don't care. I'm looking at the best interest of the child. And right now, the best interest of the child is that you have a job, the mother doesn't, and you need to keep paying." And I
Mm.
said, "What in the?"
That sound about right.
So, you know what? After that, you know what? I said, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time or energy going back down here no more. I'm just going to pay what they want, get this case done with, get her paid. And, and, and what made it even bad, because me and the mother even had a talk one day, and I told her, sweetheart, I said, "You know this is not my child." And she told me, "Yeah, I know." And she went to court with me, and she said, "I don't want him on child support." And the judge told her the same thing. "I don't care what you want or what he want. We're looking out for the child."
They're
I
looking out
was like,
for their own pockets.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Of
"Are
that
you
mother.
serious?" And I drove all the way from
Mm,
Texas to Virginia for that case,
mm.
just for that judge to tell me that.
mm.
Um, it doesn't. It don't phase me anymore.
It's crazy to me. I don't like the fact that they can tell you what to do, how to do it with something you may have or may have not created.
But Mr. Can I ask you a question?
Mhm. Yep,
How many women have you seen the court go after like they go after men?
not many.
There's
One,
some
But they
women.
still not going after Olivia. He owe over $10,000 in child support.
I don't think it's that much that fast. Is it?
When she get there, she gonna have an arrest warrant.
And
See,
Messi, you say he had to sue the lady, right?
Yeah, he had it to her.
So he ain't getting no money back from the state.
No,
that's the
because
point.
she's
That,
supposed to be paying all that whole amount, like whatever he put in for child support.
but how she gonna pay it if she ain't got it?
That's not our problem.
But he can sue and win, but never get it.
Hey, that's not my problem.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't he sue the state? The state is the one who took the money, not her. They gave it to her, or they gave her a portion of it. So why can't he sue the state? They the one that took the money.
I don't know,
See, that's
but
what I'm
I know that
saying.
he's suing her.
The state is covered in any kind of way you look at it. Because that's just like, I can't sue the state there for all the money that I paid in child support, and they know it's not mine. But they tell me, well, you go after the mother. What I'm gonna get from her? She broke.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Do everybody that's on death row or is been in prison for a crime they didn't commit, do they all get money?
Most of them.
They don't.
What?
No, they do not.
Man, shoot. Well, they ain't get a good
Not
enough
all.
lawyer.
And did you know that the Central Five, they didn't get their payout until like 10
Yeah,
5 years
yeah. After
after they got out of jail?
and
And
they
one
short
was
change.
staying in jail. He
Yeah,
stayed in jail longer. I think like maybe like 3 to 6 months after the other kids went out.
yeah. That's the one that was getting taken advantage of. Yeah, I
But
think that was so sad.
It
but
was.
they still got a payout.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm
Oh,
not saying
really
it
get
was
paid out.
justified. What I'm
And
saying is,
do you think that the judge is going to be like, yeah, everybody? Because be honest with you, I think they had to share that half of
Yeah,
their money.
what?
They
and
had to share it in
Oh
5 years.
no, no,
and
I
that
need my own.
and that's crazy because people this when I went down, it was a dude that was supposed to be let out. He was in there for 2 weeks prior. I mean, after him supposed to be let out, and they was supposed to be giving him, I think, like 500,000 each day. Don't you know that man ain't make it out there. His health went down, and he unalived in those 14 days.
Of course, that's why they did it.
Crazy. And
They knew
family, no money.
because they knew that he wasn't gonna make it out, and they knew if he didn't make it out, they don't have to pay him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's why
So,
right now, when I look at these guys that got locked up, over the Jim Crow law and all of that stuff back there, and now they being found innocent and they being let go, and but then they telling you that yeah, it's taking 10, 12 years for them to get paid. All they doing is trying to hold on until they die. That's the problem. Underline.
Well, I'm gonna say this: in life, we're gonna have a lot of sunny days, but guess what? Sometimes it's gonna rain on your head. And on that note, I'm Mr. My beautiful wife is Cakes. Missing Cakes presents the presenters, Marriage and Marijuana. We got five on it because it's five forever. The story of us. They have Mr.
Without the case.
So till the next time,
Yes.
you hear your dog rhyme, got the damn streets.
The
Side to
what?
the mother effing ways.
Byways, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you, Big E and
That's it.
Messy for coming up. Speaking they chat. Shout out to everybody who thumbs up. And shout out to everybody in the replay.
Rewatchers and presenters. Salute.